My landlord stole my deposit, sent me a fake invoice to justify it, threatened me with a lawsuit when I pushed back, and told me I had no idea who I was dealing with. He was right about that last part, because he had no idea who he was dealing with either. And by the time it was over, he had paid me 3 times what he stole. I'm Eli. I'm 27, a paralegal from Phoenix, and 18 months ago I moved out of a rental apartment I had kept in better condition than when I moved in. I have photos to prove that. 347 photos, time-stamped, taken on my move-in day and my move-out day, because 3 years of working in law had taught me to document everything before it ever becomes a problem. My landlord's name was Gerald. He owned 11 properties across the city and had a reputation I did not know about until after my deposit disappeared. When I moved out, I cleaned that apartment for 2 full days. I patched the single nail hole I had made. I replaced a light bulb. I returned the keys and asked for written confirmation of the condition of the unit. Gerald sent me a confirmation email that said everything looked fine. 23 days later, he sent me an itemized invoice claiming $1,600 in damages, a cracked bathroom tile I had never seen, carpet replacement for staining that did not exist when I left, and a professional cleaning fee for an apartment I had already cleaned thoroughly. He deducted the entire deposit and claimed I owed an additional $200 on top of it. I read that invoice twice. Then I pulled up my move-out photos, cross-referenced them with my move-in photos, and identified that every single item he claimed was damaged either appeared in my move-in photos already or did not exist in any of my 347 move-out images. Then I looked up Arizona's landlord-tenant law. In Arizona, a landlord must return a security deposit or provide a written itemized statement of deductions within 14 business days of the tenant vacating the property. Gerald had sent me his email confirming the unit's condition on day 1. His invoice arrived on day 23. He was 9 days past the legal deadline. Under Arizona law, a landlord who wrongfully withholds a security deposit can be held liable for double the amount wrongfully withheld. And when I dug further, I found that bad faith withholding, which includes fabricating damage claims, can trigger triple damages. I sent Gerald a formal demand letter citing the specific statutes, documenting the timeline, and attaching 12 of my most definitive photographs, the ones that showed the exact areas he claimed were damaged, in pristine condition, on the day I vacated. I gave him 14 days to return my deposit in full plus statutory interest or face a small claims filing. He responded in 4 days, not with a check, with a threat. He told me he had an attorney on retainer, that I was harassing him, that tenants like me were why landlords had to protect themselves, and that if I filed anything in court he would countersue me for the additional $200 I allegedly owed plus legal fees. I filed in small claims court the next morning. Gerald showed up to the hearing with a folder of documents and the kind of confidence that comes from doing this enough times to assume it always works out. He presented his invoice. He described the damage in detail. He told the judge I had been a difficult tenant. Then my turn came. I presented the timeline. I presented his confirmation email from day 1. I presented the statute. I presented the photos, printed, labeled, dated, and organized by room. I presented his response letter as evidence of bad faith. The judge asked Gerald one question. Why had he sent a written confirmation that the unit was in acceptable condition if he intended to claim $1,600 in damages? Gerald did not have a good answer for that. The judge awarded me triple damages. Gerald was ordered to pay me $4,800, 3 times my original deposit, plus court filing fees. I deposited that check on a Thursday afternoon and sat in my car for a long time afterward. Not because of the money, though I will not pretend the money did not matter, but because for 3 months, he had been so certain I would give up. He had counted on me not knowing the law, not having documentation, and not being willing to follow through. He was wrong on all 3. Know your rights, document everything, and never let someone with more confidence than integrity convince you that you do not have a case. If you believe the law should work for everyone, not just the people who own the most, subscribe. A brand new story of justice and karma every single week. I will see you there.